Hello again, this is Quinn the Princess.
And God.
And today we are bringing you Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles, Chapter 10. Chapter 10, Dangerous Days Are Here!
Author's note. Hello, friends. Sorry this chapter took so long to post, but the instructor of my new writing class was kind enough to proofread it. I didn't take all of his suggestions.
Or any.
But I liked most of them, and I hope the wait was worth it. Oh, another thing. A few good-intentioned, but misguided, readers have expressed concern about my asking my husband's permission to take a class. Friends, it is not long ago that I would have thought the same thing. Culture had told me that wifely submission was demeaning, and I believed it. All I will say is this. Reed created to be his helpmeet by Debbie Pearl, life and marriage changer.
Helpmeet? What on earth is that?
Maybe it's a biblical term.
Ugh, I don't even want to know. Hagrid lived in a lovely little house on the edge of the Hogwarts campus. The little ones arrived right on time, and the delicious smell of tea and cookies was wafting outside. Smiling in anticipation, they knocked on the door. Hagrid opened the door and beamed down at them.
"Welcome, Harry. I'm so glad you could come. And you brought friends. I wasn't expecting guests besides you. Okay, I guess I better make some more tea and cookies. You're kind of putting me on the spot here, Harry. Oh, jeez. Oh, let me see if I have enough places to sit. Oh, boy.
Indeed I did, Harry said, gesturing to the upstanding young fellow to his left. This is Dean Thomas, a Gryffindor hat. Pleased to meet you, Governor, Dean Thomas said intelligently. Hagrid smiled at the little one, impressed. This is Hermione, another Gryffindor hat, Harry said, motioning toward the girl to his right. Hermione smiled shyly, not slyly, and waved.
Although, maybe slyly.
Maybe a little bit slyly. Charmed, Hagrid waved back. Or perhaps hypnotized via mind control powers. And this is Ronald. Harry said. Ronald looked up sheepishly from where he stood behind the trio. He could sense that Hagrid was truly a man of the Lord, in a way that no one in his family, or perhaps the entire Slytherin hat, was. To be in the presence of such piety was humbling for a little one such as this. Hagrid noticed the green and black hat, but didn't comment. Instead, with true mercy and compassion, he opened the door wide to all of them.
"Glad to meet all of you. Please, come in. Don't mind the mess. Here, let me just see if, let's see, I only have 2 chairs. Hermione, you can sit on this overturned, barrel, and, Ron, let's see, I have this nice stack of hay in the corner there
Oh,
for
he's
you."
a Slytherin hat. He can sit on the floor.
Thank you, Harry. No one's ever offered to let me sit on the floor before.
Don't talk to me, Ronald. Don't speak unless you are spoken to, Ronald. That's the rule from now on.
Thank you, Harry. I've never been allowed to speak before. Excuse me, Ron, but who said that you could open your garbage mouth, okay? Because I certainly didn't say that. Hermione, did you say that? Did you tell Ron he could open his garbage mouth? No, see? No one here did. Dean, did you? No? See? Nobody said that you could open your garbage mouth, Ronald, okay? So just keep it shut. Okay, Harry. I'll do that. The 4 little ones filed in. The inside of Hagrid's house was tastefully decorated. The curtains were plaid, and the walls were wood, and a bare rug covered the floor in front of the fireplace. Mounted above the mantelpiece, in a place of pride for all to see, was a moose's head. The oaken table in the centre of the kitchen was set for 5, and
Excuse me, it was set for 5?
Yeah, did he know that Harry was bringing friends?
Maybe he saw them coming over the hilltop and he was like, oh shit. shit.
Oh, I gotta set all these extra places. The silverware, the placemats don't even match. The chairs are all different.
There's only 2 chairs, like the rest are like a barrel.
A box. A pile of hay, maybe. It's a very mismatched sort of tea tea table that we've got laid out here.
He did his best.
He did his best, bless him. He did his best.
Bless the Lord! Yes, Hagrid, we're going to get to praising the Lord.
Do you think that Hagrid, when he saw them coming, he was like, dear Lord, please, please set an extra, 3 spaces at the table.
Wait. But in, the original books, Hagrid's wand is broken. So in this, does that mean Hagrid's prayer powers are broken?
Well, but he prayed for them to get to Hogwarts.
Yeah, but he did that in, the motorcycle in the original books. So, if he can't use spells, can he not use, non-transportation prayer?
How would that translate into this story? Has he been excommunicated?
He is on prayerbation. He's only used. That's why he wanted to save the soul of a little one in the first chapter, because he is only allowed to use prayers to go to and from Hogwarts to get new students to recruit them into the cult of Dumbledore. That is all.
Wow, that's vaguely terrifying.
Yeah. We're uncovering this whole conspiracy.
Oh, that's crazy. The oaken table in the center of the kitchen was set for 5, and the kettle on the stove was just starting to sing. "This is a nice place you have," Harry commented. "It really is! Wow! Fish and chips! Throw another shrimp on the barbie, governor! That's Australian, you twit. Oh, never mind!" "It really is," Dean Thomas said, intelligently. Hagrid grinned with pride.
"Thank you. I live by John 15:19, of course, but I do try to keep it tidy."
John 15:19. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. I do not see how that has anything to do with keeping your house clean.
Neither does Hagrid, apparently. Harry, Dean Thomas, and Hermione nodded knowingly.
Why does Dean always have his last name? Why can't he just be Dean? Mr. Dean Thomas, Esquire.
Sir Dean Thomas. Harry, Dean Thomas, and Hermione nodded knowingly. Well, I guess Ron just sat there slack-jawed at the end of the room or something.
Well, Ron's a Catholic, so he's never actually read the Bible.
Yeah, what he said. John 15:19, right, Harry? Don't speak unless you're spoken to, Ron, okay? In a few minutes, they were all seated at the table while Hagrid passed out his famous chocolate chip cookies. They munched on the delicious morsels as Hagrid poured the tea.
See, so if they're Hagrid's famous chocolate chip cookies, it implies that he made them instead of just praying for them. So my prayerbation theory is becoming more and more valid.
True. Or maybe Hagrid just knows better than to take advantage of the power of prayer. The power of prayer is a curious thing.
He was with Minerva the night that she used up the limit.
He knows. He's seen things. He's seen things no man should have to see, including Minerva in a miniskirt.
That's mean. Don't be mean to Minerva.
Hey, I'm being mean to this version of Minerva, okay? I have nothing but the utmost respect for Professor McGonagall, okay?
Any Minerva can wear a miniskirt if she wishes to.
"How's school going?"
Hagrid asked. "Quite well," Harry replied.
I've only been there for 1 week, so we haven't actually done anything, so it's going really well.
Just then the timer buzzed. More cookies! The little ones cried in delight as Hagrid got up to get them. While Hagrid was getting the cookies, Harry's eyes fell on a newspaper Hagrid had left open. The headline on the front page read, Voldemort spotted at Hogwarts. Would you look at that? Blimey! Call, Governor! Dean Thomas murmured observantly, picking up the paper and scanning it. As he read, he whispered the article's terrible words. Voldemort was spotted by several students yesterday at Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. This is the man who is trying to put a bill through Congress to stop Christians from practicing their beliefs. If passed, homeschooling will be illegal. Christians will be put in jail, maybe even killed, unless they say the Bible says what Voldemort wants it to say, saying Merry Christmas or hanging up the 10 Commandments will put you in a re-education program.
So apparently Voldemort isn't that big a threat in this universe if he can just, show up to Hogwarts and nobody really does anything except write a newspaper article.
Hey, he's trying to pass a bill through Congress,
No,
okay?
exactly. He's using, legally recognized channels and peaceful protest for his beliefs. He's not really that big a threat.
I guess if you want to play the victim, everything will always seem a threat.
Yeah.
Dean, are you not... Can you not, read that to yourself?
Was I not? Oh, Dean, you're so intelligent.
So articulate and well-read. I didn't even know you could read.
Wow, you are really racist, Hermione.
Yeah, I think we've already established that Hermione is really racist.
You're racist too, Harry.
What? No, I'm not.
All of you are really fucking racist. At least you're not Mormons, I guess. Because in the Mormon religion, they didn't think that black people could go to heaven until 1978.
Jeez.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's why in Book of Mormon, there's a line that's like, and I believe that in 1978 God changed his mind about black people. You can be a Mormon who just believes.
Oh my god. When Dean Thomas was finished, Hermione burst into tears.
She waited until he was done.
Harry gave her hair an innocent, friendly pat. How could anyone be so angry at God? Hermione sobbed. I don't know, Harry declared tentatively. He's a horrible person. I'm sitting right here, guys. There's no need to be so aggressive. We're not talking about you, Dean.
You're supposed to be intelligent and articulate.
Dean Thomas nodded sagely and muttered to himself in disgust. First they try to change the Pledge of Allegiance, now they don't want us to be Christians, next they'll be killing us all. It's a bad time to be a true Christian in America.
Good thing we're not in America, though. Well, I'm not, at least. I live in this strange limbo between Boston, Scotland, and sometimes Australia.
We don't really know where Dean is from.
I am the Alpha Dean. I am Omega Dean, Eater of Worlds. I am everywhere and nowhere.
Wow, Dean, that was a really articulate speech. You're so intelligent and well-read.
Oh my god, I'm not even a human.
Do you want to go to the beach with us maybe this Friday, or would that be weird for us to ask you?
Why would that be weird?
Because I don't know if you can swim.
Oh my god!
Ronald sat in guilty silence as he watched his new friends, fearing for the future. He was beginning to wonder just what sort of hat it was that he had chosen. Why?
Why?
Is Voldemort supposed to be a Slytherin hat too?
He's supposed to be for some reason.
But he's an atheist.
I know!
So why is Ron guilty?
Because the Slytherin hats are still working with Voldemort in this universe, despite the fact that they're Catholics and Voldemort is an atheist, but they're in, like, following canon, they're still connected to Voldemort. It's very odd.
It's very odd, and I'm not even sure what that's supposed to satirize.
I don't think it is. I think it's just connecting it to the book, where the book, I mean, it doesn't make sense. But again, like, you know, all ambitious people are evil. The entire House of Slytherin is working with Voldemort. It's also equally stupid.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh, okay, so there's no author's note. So that was kind of a short chapter compared to, like, the rest of them, even though we've...
I mean, that's kind of average length. They're not that long.
That's true. We go on, like, 20-minute tangents while talking about it.
I'm, like, really into the idea of Omega Dean being an Elder God, which is why his full name is always used. It's the seal that keeps his power in place.
If he is an Omega being, though, wouldn't his name hold an incredible amount of power that he wouldn't want other people to know?
Maybe Dean Thomas isn't his true name, it's just the seal to keep him in place. His true name is Omega Dean.
Omega Dean, devourer of worlds, and reader of the Wall Street Journal.
Oh my god! It's like an elder god who has to put up with the racism.
His biggest challenge yet. Casual racism.
I am really into this idea.